Sorry, coach. I'm coming. I'm coming. Sometimes I like to have a little bit of power over here. Do we get
That's
it?
okay. I'll let you
Right.
do it. You can do it all. I will listen. Oh, good to see everybody this morning. Uh-oh, I've got a lot going on my screen. Hold on just a second. All
Well, we're
right.
doing big waves while you're there.
Happy Tuesday. Big waves to you. Woo! All right. Good to see you. All right. Well, is there any birthdays out there today? We have looked high and low and we did not see any. So if it's your birthday, don't hide. Let us know. We'd love to sing to you. So, the word for today is energy. Energy. And have you ever needed some energy in your life? First, when I saw this word, I thought this must be me because I got in at 3 a.m. from the Dominican, and I think I was working off about an hour of sleep yesterday, and everything felt real heavy. Real heavy. I'm like, all right, Brent, you need to go to sleep, buddy. Um, so the word energy, maybe Andrea was like, yeah, I talked to you a couple of times. That's why we picked this word for today. But if you look at the definition, it is energy is the strength and vitality required to sustain physical and mental activity. That's a blah definition. I'm like, ugh. So if you, in simple terms, it's what fuels everything. From getting out of bed in the morning to chasing big goals, to showing up for others, staying positive through challenges. Listen to me, Brent, staying positive through challenges. So I share this with you. I don't know where you're at in life right now with your health, with your relationships, with your business, finances, life. Like, I don't know. But we are going to have challenges. I say this all the time, but it's like if you're a history buff, just go back into the history lesson. Okay. You know, I look, if you look at the Bible, I laugh at this a lot. I say we can blame Adam and Eve. Okay. We're just going to blame Adam and Eve. So just kidding. Just kidding. But here's the deal. Life's going to have challenges. It's going to be obstacles. We're going to fight issues. And I'm talking to myself because if I'm not careful, it will drain the energy tank. And one thing about it, I can assure myself, anytime I start getting heavy, it's almost like I attract heavy. Does that make sense? So I had to tell myself, hey, Brent, I actually called my dad this morning early, and we were talking, and I said, today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a great day because yesterday was not so much. It was heavy. And if I go into today heavy, again, I'm talking to myself, then I'm going to attract heavy. I'm going to attract another person that's having a heavy day and another person. So if I want to spend the next 10 to 12 hours in the heavy space, just think heavy thoughts. Just let your energy take you there. So that's kind of my thought around energy. Like it's energy isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's even spiritual. It's the vibe that I bring into the room. It's how I speak, it's how I move, it's how I show up. Like that's all energy. So I can have all the talent in the world, all the know how in the world, but if my energy is out of sync, then listen, it's all going to be distorted. And so, and energy's contagious. Good and bad energy, it's contagious. So, what am I putting out? So, I just wanted to leave that today because at the end of the day, we all have a choice. Like I literally just got off the phone with someone and it was a heavy conversation. Like, oh, woe is me. Woe is, I can spend my day there putting off that energy, or I can spend my day like Beth Johnson, dressed up, going, woo, like, let's go have a great day, right? And guess what? She's going to attract a bunch of kids that's really happy to see her dressed up this morning. How are you going to start the day? Because I promise this, and I'll turn it to you, Andrea. We're going to go through challenges. We're going to go through problems. It's ordained in this life, like it's going to be ups and downs. It's how we handle it. It's how I handle it that really matters, and how I let the energy be put off day to day to day. So, Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, we were in sync. So first of all, this word was picked by Francis and Marlene. So
You
it
just
wasn't.
chose it today, right? You just chose
Oh,
it
I
today.
did choose it today, but I didn't think about that. So this was not a critique, just so you know, this was a word that was requested. Oh, there we go. But the quote that I found went so aligned so well with what you were saying. And it says, the energy that you give off is the energy you receive. So shift your energy and watch your life change. And I think about that, when I'm looking for trouble, I have no problem finding it. Have you ever felt that way where you're like grumpy? You're like, and nobody's being nice to you. You walk in the door at the library and it kind of slams in your face because the person in front of you didn't hold it for you, or the checkout person is a little bit rude, or whatever happens. And you're like, man, the world is against me today. And maybe because I walk through the day like a grumpy little turtle and I put that all out in the world, and that's what I attracted right back. So what I looked into, because we're all going to have grumpy turtle days. You might not be a turtle, you might be a giraffe, but we're all going to have days where our energy, we're what is it? We're vibrating at a low energy, right? And we need to boost that up. So how do we do that? And some of these things are very obvious. Some of these things are easier said than done, but they're all going to help us. And the first one, and Coach just talked about this, but get your sleep game strong. I have this little chunky, I say little, but this chunky little ring, and it tells me my sleep score every day. And even if I don't look, I know when it's low, right? Because I can feel it in my bones. I'm like, right? I didn't sleep well last night, everything, blah, blah, blah. But when you sleep well, it's much easier to wake up on the right side of the bed. When you barely got to touch the pillow, we typically wake up on the wrong one. Tired bodies equal tired minds. So prioritize rest like it's your job, right? It is your job. And I'm reading I just finished it. It's Outlive. Coach talked about it. Took me a very long time. I think it's May now. I started in December, but that's okay. But it's an incredible book, and I'm going to misquote this, but I like the thought behind it. But he talks about, like, sleep is obviously important because if you think about our ancestors, right? It was probably dangerous for them to shut down on I don't know, in a cave somewhere and be completely dead to the world, right? That's probably pretty dangerous when you're surrounded by, wild animals, whatever. I'm like, just run with me here, guys. But we kept it. Like evolution kept sleep, all of this as we've evolved as humans, for the last however many years, we've kept sleep. So I guess it's pretty dang important for our whole body. So we've got to prioritize that. Next is we've got to hydrate and fuel this vessel. When we're driving our car, we make sure that there's gas in the tank, right? And we make sure it's the right kind. We're not going, well, I need to get somewhere pretty far, so I'm going to go put in, the wrong kind of gas in my car. No, we go make sure it's got the right little octane and all of that good stuff. Well, guess what? We're actually more complicated than a vehicle. So we need to fuel ourselves appropriately. We got to drink enough water. We got to make sure that we're not just putting junk in. And when we do, we're going to feel worse. I am a notorious stress eater, right? If I'm on a bumpy flight, I'm going to eat the whole time. If there's stuff going on in my life, I'm going to go to the garbage. And it's like, well, garbage in, garbage out. So make sure that you're fueling your body for energy and not just for those cravings. Number three is to move your body. even if it's just a little pace around your dining room table, but move in some way. And Dr. Strand talks about this all the time. Your body can manage really hard movement. It can manage big exercise, small exercise. What it can't handle is staying still. So if we want to keep ourselves and our energy up, we got to keep moving, whatever that looks like for you, but try to move so you can reset that battery. Next is to watch your inner circle. We have beautiful humans in our life, and we also have those people that are energy vampires. We know it. And sometimes we can't really feel it till we pick up the phone and we're like, oh, this isn't what I can manage right now. So sometimes we've got to do a little bit of distance for the people in our life that are just draining the energy instead of the ones that can give us a little bit back. And doesn't mean forever, but it just means at moments in our life that we've got to watch that inner circle and hang with the people that charge you, that make you want to go run, as we always say about Coach, that make you want to go charge and go into the battle because that they're there to be by your side. Take some breath, some breathers. So that's the next one. Sometimes we've got to step back in order to stay strong. So when you're in the thick of it and you need a little break, go take it. Recovery is a huge part of performance. Like I think about, I'm trying to do a sports analogy here. This is going to be kind of funny, but a football game, I think, is broken down into 4 quarters. And in between, there's probably some little breaks so that they can go back out there and play. So sometimes we need the little break in between our quarter. And I think I got that right. I don't know, but love me through it. Next, if we want more energy, think about all the things you're grateful for. I love my gratitude book, my Canadian gratitude book. And when I focus on that, man, doesn't that charge me? It makes us realize how incredibly blessed we are, and we walk a little lighter into the day. And then lastly, and this one I think can be a difficult one. So this is the one that I'm like, don't slap me when I say this, but protect your mornings. When we can start our day with intention. And maybe it's fast intention, right? Like maybe you got to do things in little increments. But if we can start our day with intention and not just reaction, right? You pick up your phone and it's ding, 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 ding. And you're like, oh my gosh, I woke up behind, right? That sends us into a frenzy and it takes away all of our energy. But if we start the day with some breath work, right? Maybe a little time in our Bible, a devotional, talking to your best friend, whatever it looks like for you, if you start your day with intention, you're going to bring a lot more energy into the day. So that's what I had this morning. The birthday that we have that I saw is Brenda Carlton's husband. So Larry, happy birthday. We love
Oh,
you.
Larry, tell Larry we said hello,
We love
Brenda.
you and
Tell
hope
him
you
to
guys all have a beautiful Tuesday.
shower him today with I know you will, the most beautiful blessings. All right. I love Larry. Well, have a great day, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let's go rock the world. We'll
Thank
see
you. Have a
you
great day, everyone.
We love you
soon.
guys. Have a
Great call.
beautiful
Thanks so
day.
much.
Bye-bye.